Hey y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, hey, happy Sunday. Today's March 15th. But listen. So, as I'm ready to come on, because I was getting some downloads when I was washing my face, I was getting a lot of downloads, a lot of like different energies was coming at me, different scenarios, different conversations, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, let's get on here. Let's, do a reading. But I said there's a couple things I want to, get in order before I sit down. And of course, there was one particular thing that was giving me a problem this morning. And I knew that I had to take my blood pressure, right? So as I'm struggling trying to open this damn thing, right? Listen, I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm not, now look at this. This just raising your blood pressure, right? Put it down. You know what I mean? And it was like, you know what? Just take your blood pressure medication. Go ahead and do your video because you already know it's high now because you stressed. You were struggling with something. You couldn't open it. You know what I mean? So, that being that, so I sat down to get to it. And when I looked at my phone, there was this passage that I had screenshotted because said I was going to share it with you guys because I know there's a lot of us that are going through this transition. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's a lot of confusion. We don't understand why it had to be this way. That I think that's the biggest question I get is why does it have to be this way? Why does it have to be so painful, so hard, right? Why do we have to disconnect from everybody, right? But anyway, yes, it's a big question, but anyway, so I had screenshotted it, and my phone was saying delete screenshot, and I just clicked that hit yeah. Then I'm like, I said, look at the devil, right? Look, I'm just saying, man, because I'm already feeling chaotic, right? From not being able to open the thing. Then the downloads I got, they're not very positive. You know what I'm saying? They're not uplifting, but they're facts. This is the messages that I'm getting. All right. And and I said I could have read this because I said I was gonna read this, right? But I deleted it and I'm like, look at the devil. Nah, we don't want to talk about healing. We don't want to give out no information to answer the good news. We don't want to do that. Let's stick to this bullshit that I was getting ready to give you. Because that's the energy. I ain't got to give it to you. I ain't even got to share it at all. I just, fuck it. I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I am a reader, right? And that's my job. And it's my job. The job that I do. Anyway, so I peeped it. I said, now, that's just the enemy wanting you to stay in chaos instead of, giving this message. So I had to go back and find it. Come on, Spirit. And I said, well, maybe we'll do, because I really wanted to, because the energy was like, I was ready. I knew it was going to come through on them cards, right? I knew it. That's why I come on. When I feel like, oh, yeah, okay, let's do this. But anyway, listen. This is from 1 Peter 4, all right? Living for God. But it starts at verse 12, suffering for being a Christian. And hopefully this, I was going to say don't go over a lot of people's head, but then I heard, so raise your vibration so you can catch it. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that has come on you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice inasmuch as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. If you are insulted because of the name of Christ, you are blessed, for the Spirit of glory and of God rests on you. If you suffer, it should not be as a murderer or thief or any other kind of criminal or even as a meddler. However, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, but praise God that you bear that name. For it is time for judgment to begin with God's household. You hear me? And if it begins with us, what will the outcome be for those who do not obey the gospel of God? And, if it is hard for the righteous to be saved, what will become of the ungodly and the sinner? So then, those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good. They're not like us. People ain't gonna like us. People are going to oppose us when we talk about God, when we try to wake others up to God. And we have to carry ourselves accordingly. Now, boom, I don't want to hear that. Being perfect, no you don't. It's about your character. It ain't about nothing you got. It ain't about how you walk. It ain't about what kind of job. It ain't about none of that shit. It ain't about where you came from or nothing. It's your character. And your character never changes. It's how you use it. Use it to be someone that reflects God and Jesus' image. Nobody said anything about being perfect. God knows the times that we live in. Man, listen, God knows the mistakes we were going to make. That's why Jesus suffered for the sins that were done in the past, in the present, and the future. You hear me? He already knew we was going to go through these trials and tribulations. He knew that. That's why this is why Jesus is the way, baby. He already knew we was going to, and the future generation, he already know what they're going to do. That's why they said, if you call on me, you're forgiven for that shit. The shit you don't even know you're going to do, you're already forgiven for it. If you just recognize. That's all he asks you to do is recognize him. The recognition he so deserves. Wow. Continue to do good. It's hard. I know it's hard to stand alone. It is. It's hard in a world where 90% of the people agree with the way it is. And then there's a 10%, right? That no, it ain't fucking right. But them other ones, there's a lot of people scared to believe in anything other than what the fuck they can see. Yet they don't know how the fuck they got here. Now how about that shit? Man, listen. Anyway, how y'all doing? I'm going to keep on going up. I just wanted to share that with y'all because we need to be aware, man. We need to be aware. We need to be aware of how we live in, and every day that God wakes us up, right, that allows us to get up, because he's the one to give us the breath. He can one that can take it away, man. You don't hear me. If you think you're doing this shit by yourself, you tell me how the fuck did you get here? By yourself. Then I believe you doing it by yourself. Child, if your mama didn't feed you, you wouldn't be here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If God allows, and that's another thing too that the Spirit put on my heart. If God allows things to happen, right? Don't always feel like it's, don't always blame him and think that he's punishing you or that he doesn't exist because something happens. How the fuck you gonna learn if you don't go through the experience? And plus, it's a tool. It is for us to learn. Things we go through is for us to learn, first and foremost, to depend on him, to trust him, and to not look at everything as, maybe a couple of times it may have to happen. For me, that's how it had to go for me. I had to go through some shit a couple of times before I realized, you know what I'm saying, that, there were some things outside of me I had to release, you know what I mean? Until I started hearing him tell me what he needed me to do and to trust him. You hear me? Because, see, people, man, listen, I'm like you. I'm like anybody else. I'm not finna just walk away from something just because, a spirit said, walk away. Man, listen, but this ain't just, this is my father. This is my life. I recognize my light, and I recognize where it comes from. So now I can communicate with where it comes from, because I recognize it. Child, let me get off of this. I'm going to get some cards, because listen, I'm finna fall into my downloads. I just wanted to share that with y'all, because y'all know, man, listen. If I'm going to share everything, I'm going to share every fucking thing. You know what I mean? They go to sirens. I'm not going to hide anything about my faith, right? Because if I sit here and act as if I'm doing this shit by myself, you know what? You already know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to be put to shame. Humiliated. Humbled. Come on, man. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. I ain't coming in here with no ulterior motives except the energy that I pick up on. The energy. That's right. Come on. Now, the downloads. Go in peace. Go in peace with that message. The downloads, okay? So there was a download. Don't you do this? There was an energy of someone. Who child? I can't even remember now. Oh well. 12:21. What's happening? There's an emergency. Maybe there's an emergency message coming through. Maybe Spirit want me to hold on to that. Man, I feel like, I was trying, yeah, I'm going to hold on to it. And we're just going to move on from here. All right? Look. Woman holding a heart, strategy. Look at this shit. You see how these cards came out? Woman holding a heart and strategy. Journal log, yeah, write it down, save it for another time, another revealing I'm hearing. Okay, Spirit. For another revealing. All right, because I feel like Spirit wants me to stay in love. Okay, let's keep going. Have compassion, I heard. Wow. Okay. All right. Ooh, adjacent possibilities. Doors opening. New opportunities. I feel like new opportunities coming towards you out of nowhere. Right? Like doors you didn't even expect or were even attempting to knock on, right? Things that maybe you didn't even see yourself doing or attempting to do. Ooh, the garden and the gate, yeah. Brand new opportunities. Door to personal healing. Look at this, and happiness. What is this? Oh my Lord, cornucopia. Wow. What's the zodiac sign for a garnet? I see a garnet here. Let me find out, guys. Y'all already know it's always a message. What's the zodiac sign for garnet? I think it's Aries. Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn. fire sign, right? Yes. So you could be a Capricorn, angel of love. Wow, look at that. You could be a Capricorn, all right? A lot of, oh my God. And look, a man holding the heart. Okay. Daughter value, my Lord. What? Look at this. What is going on here? Ooh, blossoming abundance. Wow, somebody got some nice things. Oh, shit. And look who's upside down. That's Capricorn energy. Could be Taurus. It's an earth sign. But she's in the reverse. Anything about her? That's an amethyst. Yeah. What zodiac sign is amethyst? Aquarius. Aquarius and Pisces. Pisces or an Aquarius. Yeah. You could also use an amethyst to help you with your intuition. She's in reverse. What's behind the first chakra? Okay, somebody could be dealing with their root chakra. Somebody could be having like unhealed childhood trauma. Yeah, indecision. All right, so somebody's unhealed. Somebody needs to do some root work, and I ain't talking about the bad kind. I'm talking about going within. All right, that could be stopping somebody's stability, or stopping your progress. I want to say it like that because because there's something you need to work out. This could be involving family because that's usually where our root energy comes from. Is from our foundations, from family. Okay? Yeah, and that could be something that could be holding you back from doing something that's going to bring you a lot of abundance, a lot of financial abundance, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. And I also feel like you could also like hold yourself back or not really you may not see yourself as someone that is I don't want to say rich, you know what I mean, but someone of high honor, high status, or in a high tax bracket, I want to say, because it's about finance. It's about how you look, and how people may see you. And maybe that has something to do with how you were raised, right? Maybe you were raised to stay hidden, right? Maybe you were accustomed to people always, hiding you and keeping you in the background. Okay? So it's like you don't see yourself of value, but you are someone that's very you got your shit together. You know what I mean? You're someone with high value, high status. You're someone that will make a great partner, because you have financial sensibilities. You're very stable. You know how to pay your bills. You know how to take care of yourself, by yourself. You're a very independent energy, right? And you're very, what's the word? Confident. I'm hearing obedient, but it's not even obedient. It's natural to you. But then there's still something about your childhood, or something that was instilled in you that keeps you from allowing yourself to be seen. I heard as someone as influential, right? You may hide yourself. I feel like you hide yourself. Indecisions, yeah. You could be at a crossroads at this time. Okay? You're at a crossroads, yeah. Because whatever this is, that, I don't know, Spirit saying call him Archangel Michael, right? It's something you need to cut away, cut out. Stop hiding. That's what I heard. It's time for you to stop hiding. Because you are someone you're someone that you know how, if you lose everything, you know how to start over. And you're not afraid to do it by yourself. You've done it. But it's still something about you holding back. Something about you holding back your ability. You know, it's like you could soar. It's like you, I don't know if it's because of how you feel. You've been through a lot of heartbreak, male or female. Male or female. You have. And it's kept you from shining. Somebody made you feel like you ain't supposed to look good. You ain't supposed to. Somebody made you feel shame or something about having something. I don't know, if you're living comfortably, people around you could be trying to make you feel like you selfish. You know what I mean? Trying to make you feel bad for succeeding. You feeling me? That's the energy I'm picking up. That's the energy I feel like I'm picking up. It's like you feeling ashamed, almost making you feel ashamed for succeeding, right? For stepping into your power, for being independent, for being able to take care of yourself on your own. There's something from your childhood. This could be a parent that's trying to make you feel ashamed of, stepping into your own energy and taking care of yourself. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, it is. It is. Spirit, what's going on here for the collective? Caring connections. Wow. I heard you're an overachiever. That's what I heard. You've always overachieved to get approval. But all that managed to do for you was make people resent you. Ain't that some shit? It made people resent you. It made people, reject you in a way. Because there was, see, this is what I hear. Because you could beat people at everything that they do, so you oftentimes would let other people win and encourage other people, and you held back your power. Yeah, you're around the wrong people, baby, I promise. I mean, not to say, you know what I'm saying, everybody's human, but what I'm picking up, this is what I'm picking up on. Somebody that's held back their power because they didn't want other people, they want to be a part of. So they held back their skills, their ability, the things they do, their achievements. There's a lot of things somebody's done that people don't even know they've done because they don't want to make the others feel less than, because it only emits negative attention towards them. It emits evil eye. It emits gossip. It emits, it draws in a lot of negative attention from those around them. That's fucked up. That's really sad. People don't like to celebrate you. That's why you never talk about your accomplishments, because people don't like the 2442, don't like to celebrate you. And look at this shit. 42. In essence, you hide. You keep your achievements to yourself. You keep things quiet. You don't talk about what you have going on because you know that people that probably don't know you will celebrate you, but the people that are closest to you, they don't celebrate you. They won't do it. It can be envy, it can be whatever. Look, path less chosen. I can't make it up. I feel like this is what you were meant to do. Somebody could be having financial constraints. I don't feel like you are. I see the woman holding the coin in the look, walking away. Maybe you feel like you want to walk away and you don't have enough. Maybe you could feel like finances could be an issue for you, but I don't feel like you're someone that's in need. You understand what I'm saying? I don't. So this could be something, it's yes, right under this blossoming abundance. Maybe you feel like taking this route, right? Because you know you're having to do it by yourself, and you may feel like you may not be able to make it, but Spirit's saying wherever you're being led to, there's going to be opportunities you didn't even know existed that are coming, that will be there. Come on, Spirit. Listen. The thinking man. Action. What's under action? Patience. But there's something behind this action. Hostilities. I told you. Yeah. So this is where you're at. You're in the energy of thinking. You could be a woman in your masculine energy, because now is not the time to go off our emotions, right? This is a time of strategy, right? We got that first with the journal. Strategy. Right? How do you do it, right? But I like I said, I still feel like, yeah, you wanna be free, right? So you can be yourself, so you can I feel like, listen, I feel like somebody, because I heard it, somebody feels like they have to hide because somebody wants to take it from them. Somebody feels like they have to hide. And I ain't talking about their finance, I'm talking about their success, their life, because it's like how to make this exit quietly without somebody trying to block it. That's the energy I'm trying to get. I'm hearing or whatever. Maybe somebody's trying to get that energy. Maybe that's what it is. With thinking man in action, because there's somebody behind you that has hostilities. Of course it is. Somebody doesn't want you to get ahead of them. I'm telling you. Somebody has been programmed. I'm gonna say it like that because that's really what it is. It's just like we train an animal. You program the animal to do certain things when you say certain commands. I'm not saying we're animals, but it's still programmed. People do it with children. How do we raise our children? We teach them how to do this and this and that, and they learn. They learn how to go to the bathroom. They get it's a mental programming, right? They know now when they feel that tingle to go to the bathroom. I'm just saying. Yeah. And this is, like I said, programmed you to the point where, I don't know, maybe you could have had siblings that were jealous of you, and you would often have to downplay yourself. I even heard somebody's parents say, look, don't outshine your siblings. That's what I heard. Don't outshine your siblings. Wow. Somebody never wanted, somebody want to always hold you back. To listen, somebody taught you to let others go before you. Somebody taught you to let others go before you. Patience. Fifth thinking woman, there you go. I know it was a male and female energy out here. This could be male or this could be like a man and a woman both going, y'all hear me. Look, throw the personal healing. Come on, spirit. Thinking woman came with a thinking man. The man holding the heart came out with the woman holding the heart. Wow. Something about speaking your truth. With the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Patience. Knowledge. With the thinking woman, you could be a more studious kind of woman. You could like to read, you study, you like to learn that way. With the thinking man, this is somebody that learns by doing. All right, so this man could be very creative with their hands. They could like to build, to weld, to create. Somebody could even like to build homes or something like that, or some kind of constructive, some energy where they're building with their hands. Whereas you, as the female energy here, you're someone that's more analytical. All right? You're more emotion-based, of course, as a woman. And as women with the water base, we pick up on the energy. So you're very intuitive. You're very empathic, intuitive. Wow. This is damn, I was going to say this could be a union there. It's already out here. Yeah, so there's some hostilities in the air, but I feel like you are speaking your truth, okay? You're standing up for yourself vocally, okay? What's this? Cornucopia, come on now. Go get it. That's what I say. Ooh, child. That's what I say. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Yep. And release those attachments. That attachment of whoever told you that you were not allowed to have happiness. Whoever taught you that you were supposed to fucking come last. Whoever taught you that shit. That's what I'm saying. Don't outshine your fucking siblings. That's crazy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get a spiritual as fuck. I gotta write this down because if I forget I'm gonna be mad. Alright. Thank you. It says, be the change you wish to see in this bitch. Oh, be the change you wish to see up in this bitch. All right then. Hey, you, yeah, you, the one who sees what's wrong in the world. Ooh, and who knows that the difference between being an activist and being a whiny ass complainer is action. ACTION. You want the world to be more kind? Kind the fuck out. Be more kind. Kind the fuck out on the people. Kind the fuck out on the people in your life. Hate litter bugs? Pick up some trash. Okay, you want the world more kind? Kind the fuck out on the people in your life. Be good to the people in your life, basically. Hate litter bugs? Pick up some trash. Can't stand judgmental alrighty. Can't stand judgmental blowhards? Quit judging them for being so judgmental. It really is that kind of... It really is kind of that simple. No, the fuck this wasn't. But y'all get the gist of it, right? Whatever you don't like in others, stop being that shit. Because when we judge other people, listen, that shit's coming back at us. We're looking at ourselves. Don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. Be the change. Damn. Be the change you wish to see up in this bitch. Thank you. That was confirmation, right? That was confirmation. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the message. I hope y'all stuck around for the message. Both of them. Deuces.